It's day 97 of our inventory transformation. I'm still pulling out this ice cream house and putting it up for trade every time I log in, just to see if I can get any offers, but guys, I'm really thinking about trading that glitch house. Also, if you remember, I'm aging up these dimension drifters and trying to make a neon. Ooh, and we got this Sub-Zero Scorpion out of our lure today. I'm actually loving all the pets that came out of the ice dimension and these pets that are going to be coming out of our lures. I'm just loving it. And I know I've said this before, but I'm so happy that AdoptMe switched it. These dimension drifters are taking forever to age up, and that's because they're legendary. But guys, I really picked the dimension drifter to make neon just because it's a little bit different, but also because it's easier to get than most legendary pets. It might be hard to trade, but only time will really tell. So when I logged into AdoptMe, they actually have this free pet, this Bertar, but we're gonna call him Bert from now on because I can't pronounce his name. And I think you're able to have him equipped for like 24 hours and you get 2 times aging and 2 times age up potions. It sounds like a really good deal to me because we can just get age up potions and then age up our dimension drifters or whatever pets we want with our age up potions that we collect. I always feel like when I set up my trading stand, I always put a pet in there that I like want to get rid of or that I don't want to keep in my inventory. I'm not really sure why I do that, but especially when I don't go to like a rich trading server. And mostly it's just like hoping that we'll get an overpay for whatever pet it is. This is our first trade of the day, and if you remember, I just need 1 more hermit crab, so we'll have 4 so we can make a neon maybe after we're done with our dimension drifters. The hermit crabs aren't worth much, but they're just a little bit different than the other pets that are a little bit easier to get that we've been working on. I mean, I think the hermit crab is one of those pets, like it's not worth much, but it's still cute, and so is this kid goat, so I was hoping that they would accept that for the hermit crab, but they declined the trade. I'm actually really surprised that they declined that, but oh well. So I put the golden walrus in my trading stand because I know that that pet is going to be like really hard to trade, or if you remember, we just don't get like really good offers for it. So we got this offer of a royal egg. You guys know when I hatch royal eggs, or any eggs really, I never have very good luck. And in my opinion, like no legendary is worth an egg. Like an egg is like a super under offer for any legendary really, other than maybe like a minion chick. So I decided to offer this person like 2 gifts or whatever for their egg, and they took their egg out and then they declined the trade. Then I had this person trade me and they put in this neon like cold cube, which I think is like ultra rare. I'm not really looking for those, and I'm not really looking for pets. Like, I don't know, like it kind of drives me crazy when people like trade me and just say like, do you have an offer for this? I mean, I would much rather them like look at my profile and say like, hey, I would like to offer this for this pet, because I just think that the trades would like go so much easier. Mostly because I think everyone's just like a little bit picky. Like you just have pets that you like and pets you don't like, and everyone feels that way. So let's just make it easy and say, hey, I really like this pet of yours and I'd like to offer for it. And I definitely feel like when people do this, like ask me if I have an offer, usually I give them like an under offer. I don't know why, mainly just because I'm not looking for it. But so I offered this like Halloween mummy cat because it's legendary, but it's definitely under for this neon ultra rare. So then I kind of looked through my inventory to see if there was anything else that I wanted to add to it, but I just don't really have like a bunch of extra pets that I want to do that with. So then they asked if they could offer for my Great Pyrenees. I know a lot of people like really love this pet, and I think it's cute, but it's just not like one of my favorite pets, I guess. So I'm not like, it doesn't really matter to me if I trade it away or not. So they put in this bloodhound, and it's actually older than the Great Pyrenees, so I was definitely going to accept this offer because I have a feeling that a bunch of people have Great Pyrenees like that are playing the game right now, but not like a ton of people have these bloodhounds. So I accepted the trade, and then I waited for them to accept. And then guys, remember, they're the ones that are offering for my Great Pyrenees, and I accepted, and then they accepted the first trade window, and then they declined the trade. Why did they do that? I have no idea. And it's funny because everyone like comments on my like first month of trading and says like, you don't accept the trade like quick enough, and that's why people decline. Like, no, if people really wanted to do the trade, they wouldn't just decline. They would accept the trade and wait for me to accept. And guys, I was so excited when I was asked to get out this chairlift for a ride with my Bert. It was like one of those cravings tasks, and this chairlift is so cool. I think there was a time when like all the vehicles that you would actually get were like really hard to like navigate or like to drive and AdoptMe, and I always like never pulled out a vehicle because it was so hard to like drive it anywhere. But it seems like lately like AdoptMe has changed that, and like the vehicles or the newer vehicles are like so much easier to like drive around. And I also think that this might be one of my new favorite vehicles in AdoptMe. Then we got this offer for our diamond hummingbird, and guys, this thing is worth so much, like way more than I would think that it's worth. worth. And their offer is like super under, and I feel like they added like a lot of pets that are either A, like really easy to get, or B, they're like really hard to trade. And I think that when someone's saying like, please in chat, like, please do this trade, then they definitely know that they have under offered for your pet. And I've started to tell people like, hey, like your offer is like way under, because I'm kind of wondering like, are there just a bunch of people that don't know anything about values and they're not sure about it? Like they don't actually know that they've under offered for your pet? But there is no doubt somebody that's going to comment and say like, I could not believe you did not take this offer. Guys, sometimes I make bad trades. Like there's no doubt in my mind that sometimes I'm making bad trades. But I would say most of the time, I just don't like the other person's pets. And that's okay. I don't have to take a trade just because somebody offered it. I mean, this is definitely under if you put this into values, but even if someone over offered like for something, but their pets weren't any good, like I don't want to accept that trade. Happy values has to come in like at some point, like either you like pets or you don't like pets. And so that's what you can accept or decline on. But anyways, this was like a super under offer, and people keep saying like, wait, like when I'm not going to accept their offer. So then they asked, will we do the gilded snake or the mega hop up? And I'm guessing that they mean like, would I trade, like would I change the diamond hummingbird for it? And I just really didn't want to do that because I just really didn't like their pets or their offer. Then I had this person offer a neon cat for my golden walrus, and that was definitely an under offer. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised by it, but the golden walrus is actually worth, I mean, it's like a pretty good legendary, not like a great legendary, but a pretty good one. So then when I told them no thank you, they actually changed it to the neon garden snake, and I would definitely rather have a neon cat than a neon garden snake. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Then they put in this legendary, is it like a Maneki Nico? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And honestly, it might have been a good offer. I mean, it probably was like a fair offer, but I've also heard that those are like really hard to trade too. So I'm not really interested in taking this offer. And I would say like my goal in this challenge is to get pets that I actually like, that like when the challenge is over, I can actually add to my main account. So either I'm trading for pets that I like love and I want to add to my main account, or I'm trading for pets that are easy to trade so I can trade them away to get something better, possibly. Then this person offered me a shiver wolf for the golden walrus, and if you remember, we had that shiver wolf and it was so hard to trade, or hard to get a good offer for, I guess. Then they took out the shiver wolf and they actually added in 2 winter fawns and a blossom snake. You guys know that I love the blossom snake, but still I didn't want to take that for this legendary. So in the end, I just told them no thank you. And guys, this is what I'm talking about, like just waiting for a good trade, because we are going to trade that away, but we're just going to have to wait for a good offer. Then I had this person trade me and they said hi, and they said, are you the real Brit? And I always think like, do people think that I'm like Brit Day Cake? Because I'm obviously not Brit Day Cake. So then I say like, I'm Dewdrop, and then they're like, oh my God, really? And honestly, it's always crazy to me when someone's like, hey, I know you, or I'm a big fan, or something like that, or I watch your videos. I mean, because there's so many people that play Adopt Me, so it's crazy when I run into somebody that actually watches my videos. And honestly, it just absolutely makes my day. Like, it makes me so happy when someone's like, I love your videos. Or they don't even have to say that they love my videos, just that they watched one. I mean, that just makes me so happy. And obviously, if you're hearing me talk right now, then you're actually watching one of my videos, so thank you so much. I think I have about 19,000 subs right now, and guys, I just absolutely am so thankful for each and every one of you. And I couldn't possibly like let you know like how much it means to me, even when you just comment on my videos. Especially if you say that I've helped you like in any way in Adopt Me, because that's my true goal, is just to help you like grow your inventory and Adopt Me. So thank you, but let's get back to this inventory transformation. So now I need to catch up on my task, and it is the campground task, so we're headed to the campground. And guys, Bert is so big. I'm playing as a baby and I am carrying him to the campground, and he is just like ginormous, like you can't even see me. And guys, this is one of the strangest pets in Adopt Me, or that Adopt Me has ever had. I'm not sure if anyone actually made their pet like ride, or if you could even make it ride or fly, but I bet that's pretty funny to watch. And one of the things that I think all of us probably think about when we come to the campground is like, why doesn't Adopt Me have more showers at the campground that we can use? Or when are they going to come out with like a portable shower that we can actually buy and pop up like anywhere we want to use it? I don't know, maybe a pop-up shower along with like the sleeping bag or the tent would make Adopt Me like too easy to grind. But even if that portable shower cost Robux, I definitely would buy one. This seems like a pretty like busy server, but I can't tell if it's just because everybody has this like Bert pet like attached hatched or whatever, if that's just making it look like the server's so much fuller. I mean, like, seriously, look at all these people. So then I had this person trade me and they asked me if I had 2 moon eggs, and I do have 2 moon eggs, so I put them in. And then they offered me like the most common pets that are actually going to come out of the moon egg, which I could just hatch these moon eggs and pretty much I would be guaranteed almost to get those pets. So I really felt like this trade would be like a total waste of time for me, because if I did want to hatch those moon eggs, I might get something better than one of these 2 pets. So then I told them that I would trade them the 2 moon eggs if they put in their nebula snake, because I'm actually looking for nebula snakes, so at some point maybe I can make a neon. I know that for sure, like on my main account or maybe on this account, but for sure on my main account, I want to make like a mega nebula snake because I think it is so cool, like how the glitter is. Like when adoptme came out with these snakes, like all these snakes that you could get or whatever, I was like, oh, I'm not interested in those at all, because I'm not a big fan of snakes in general. Actually, I don't like snakes at all. But you guys hear me talk about the blossom snake all the time. I just think it's really cute. And then this nebula snake, like that glitter is so cool. So if you haven't seen one out, you should definitely look at one. So those moon eggs were like $1,500 between the 2 of them, and they did not want to trade me the nebula snake for it, so I declined. Then I had this person trade me and they wanted to offer for a mega Highland cow. I think there's something about a pet when everyone wants to offer for it. And really, I feel like it makes me like not want to trade away the mega Highland cow, because I know that it's like really easy to trade and I could get a really good offer for it. But of course, I love to see the offers for it. So first they added this neon fly ride mushroom friend, and those are pretty easy to trade. But I would say that they're not as popular as some other like neon legendaries. And then they added these kiwis, which are actually exotics. So the neon fly ride mushroom friend isn't even half the value of this mega Highland cow. And then I've seen a lot of people looking for these kiwis, but apparently like the Highland cow is actually like just by itself, like if it wasn't mega, if it was regular, is actually worth more than a kiwi. And honestly, I thought the kiwi was worth more than that, but I checked 2 like value trading websites and both of them put the Highland cow just like regular, like higher than an actual kiwi by itself. So remember that values are always changing, but I was super surprised by this, and had I not checked out those websites, I would have thought that the kiwis were worth like a whole lot more than they are. And maybe I'm wrong, but anyways, their offer was like super under. And speaking of under offers, we got this offer of a Persian cat for our ice cream house, and so I told them no thank you. Then I had this person trade me and they just put in a camel, and I guess they're just looking for offers. And my advice is if you have a camel and you want to trade it away, then you need to figure out like what you want for it. So say if you want like a kid goat for it or a cat, then that's exactly what you need to type in chat to try to trade that camel away. And I would definitely say if you have something like a camel or a cat or something like that and you want to trade it, you shouldn't just like randomly trade people. You should definitely be like sitting in the center of town and trying to like post it in chat and just keep like spamming chat with it, like with your very specific message. And I guarantee you at some point someone will trade you, because if I'm on my main account and someone keeps like spamming chat with something like that, I'm probably more likely to help them out because that's like their only pet, or I'm thinking like they don't have very good pets and they need to definitely trade it. And so I would be willing to help them. And if you only have a camel and you're unable to trade it, then you should just grind on that camel until you have enough bucks to be able to go buy an egg and then hatch that egg and then move up from there. Or you could also go do something like where you get like free food or drinks from somewhere and then say like I'm trading like 10 like water bottles or apples or pieces of cheese or whatever it is for any pet. And at least then you'll have more than one pet to trade. Next, I saw this person that had a shark. And on one of my other inventory transformations, I actually tried to get 4 sharks so I could make a neon. And so ever since then, anytime I see someone with a shark, I actually try to trade for it because I would love to have a neon shark or a mega shark on my main account. In fact, it's one of my goals right now. And the thing is, when I was doing that challenge, like I couldn't even hardly find anyone that had a shark that was for trade. So I'm just not sure if I was looking in the right place or the wrong place. I mean, I even went to like rich trading servers to try to find sharks. So like I said, anytime I see someone with a shark, I'm actually always trying to trade for it. And I know we're always talking about shark values, or I'm almost always talking about shark values, but what happens when the shark value, like the actual value of a shark, goes up? So when I put in this neon fly ride beluga whale, they actually said like add something. So I added this legendary Halloween mummy cat. And guys, if they were to check values, I'm actually under right now. I mean, as far as values go, I would be right on if their shark was not fly. But the truth is that it's actually better to have a shark than have that neon beluga whale or the Halloween mummy cat. So they said that they would like trade me in a little bit, and they said that they would be right back, so I'm guessing that they were going to check values. Okay, so now they're back and they traded me again and they put in this fly shark. So I put in my original offer and then they asked me if I would take out the cat and put like a ride pet in. And I didn't really have any ride pets that I wanted to add like with that would be like about the same value, or I didn't think so. So then they asked me if I would add in like a ride potion. And if I added in a ride potion, I would be quite a bit over and I really didn't want to be. So I actually took out both pets and then added in the ride potion to see if they would do it for that. So guys, then they asked me if I could actually just give it to them for free because no one had given them one for free before. And they wanted to be able to make a fly ride pet. And the thing is, I was actually trading them a neon fly ride pet for the shark, or that was my original offer anyways. So then I felt kind of bad because they said like they didn't have any other pets except like one other pet, and it was actually a parakeet when they put it in. They said that they'd give me like everything else for it, but guys, I just really didn't want to do that trade. I mean, as much as I want to help them out, like if I helped everybody out and adopt me that wanted, like if I gave them everything they wanted, then I would have nothing. And seriously, if someone gave you every single pet that you wanted in Adopt Me, like every single one of them, like would the game be fun anymore? I think it would actually get really old after a while and you wouldn't really care to play. Like it would be kind of boring because you didn't have any more goals. So I checked out their profile and it actually said that they did want a neon fly ride beluga whale. But anyways, I told them no thank you. Like I'm not interested in trading this ride potion for the parakeet and all your other like fossils and stuff. But I told them that I could add in like the neon beluga whale again and then I could add something else. And again, I actually kind of felt bad. Like I did really want that shark, but at the same time, I was like, I mean, I feel bad for them if they don't have like that many good pets. But I guess the truth is I don't actually know because I can only see what I can see in their profile. So I added back in this neon fly ride beluga whale and then I went through my inventory to try and see if there was any other pet that I could add that would be better than that Halloween mummy cat, like to really make it like worth their while. And it's really hard to pick like a pet for someone else, and that's why it's so important to set up your profile so someone can get a good idea of what kind of pets you actually like. I mean, I guess they did, but like every single pet that they had actually added, and like maybe, I mean, it technically said they had it, but I guess it was like what they wanted. Every single one of those pets, like I don't have them. I mean, I definitely don't have like a bat dragon. And if I did have a bat dragon, I wouldn't be giving it away. So then they asked me if I could put the flying ride potion back in. And if I added in the ride potion with this beluga whale, I was going to be over. And then they said, never mind. And they wanted me to add my mega Highland cow for this shark. Guys, and that is such an unreasonable request. And this trade is so long. Like, remember how I'm trying to grind on my pet? I do not know how I get in these like ridiculously long trades. So I'm in this really long trade, and guys, then they asked me if I could give them the neon beluga whale like for free and the ride potion, or maybe they wanted the mega Highland cow for free and they just said that they needed it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. And I was just getting like really annoyed with this person and just really tired of these like ridiculous requests. And guys, so I just declined the trade. I was like, whatever, I really don't need this shark that bad. And then guess what, guys? They traded me again, and I could have just declined the trade, but I did want this shark, and I was hoping that they saw that like I really don't care, but like I would like to do this trade, but at the same time, I'm not going to like give you this super over offer for it. So I added in the neon fly ride beluga whale, and then they asked me to add in the ride potion, and guys, maybe that would have been a fair offer. Like values say that I would have been over, but I just didn't want to do it. And guys, again, they said that they would add, and they added in that parakeet and all those fossils, and I guess what, everything else that's in their inventory, like all these petware things and stuff that I don't need. So once again, I declined the trade, and then they traded me again. So I put in the beluga whale again, and then I went to like check and see like what else I could add. So I actually added in like the diamond mahi, and value says that I was just like a little tiny bit over, so it was a very fair trade. And so then after I added in that diamond mahi, which is a legendary and it's worth quite a bit, I mean, it's like an okay legendary. To my surprise, guys, they actually accepted, and I'm wondering, are they going to go through with this whole trade? So I'm definitely waiting to see, but guys, I'll be so happy. It will actually have all been worth it if they'll go through with this trade, because I'm so excited to get a shark. And guys, they They accepted. Okay, so then I had to catch up on all my tasks, and then we actually got this person that traded us. They asked me if I offer, and then they put in this like dancing dragon. I don't have a dancing dragon, and I actually think they're pretty cool, so I asked them like, well, what kind of pets do you like? Actually, first I went to check out, well, I told them like maybe, and then I went to check out their profile just to see like if I could get any ideas of what kind of pets they might want for this dancing dragon. And it was really crazy because there was actually somebody else, like, or maybe like 2 or 3 people like actually on this server that all had dancing dragons, and they had them out and they were super cool. Their profile really told me like absolutely nothing about them other than they're like looking for a frog and a couple things like pet wear. I'm pretty sure that I have those sneakers that they want, but all the other pages just like showed like stats and stuff like that, and it really didn't tell me anything. So when I went back to the trade and I asked them like what kind of pets they like, they actually said that they like mega fly ride. Like, doesn't everybody like mega fly ride pets? And then they said something like, you know, it looks like a cow. So I guess they were thinking like maybe I would put in my mega Highland cow for this dancing dragon, and that was just not going to happen. So then I told them like obviously I would be way over, and then they said that they were just joking, and then they said that they just really liked megas. So then I said, well, I have like a mega like hot bop, and I have a mega ratatasker. So then I just said like, but both of those would be like a little bit over for your dancing dragon, like hoping maybe that they would like say that they would add something else, like even if it was something small. And I think a lot of times like people want you to give them like an over offer for their pet. Like, who doesn't want an overpay for their pets, right? But then as soon as they find out that you're actually like looking at values like in real time, then maybe they don't want to trade you because they don't want it to be like a super fair offer. And maybe they know that they could probably get an overpay like for it if they just wait for the right trade. And if they find someone and that's their actual like dream pet, then they definitely might give them a super overpay for it. And guys, that is why I always say like wait for the good trades. Just be patient, just take trades. Even if something seems like it's hard to trade, like if you just wait, you will eventually get like a pretty good offer probably. So I feel like as soon as this person knew that I was looking up values in real time, like I said, then they declined the trade. Then I got this offer for my green-chested pheasant, and they offered us a puma and a camel and then this rainbow sword. Can you all comment down below and tell me where this rainbow sword came from? Anyways, this was an under offer, so I told them no thank you. Then I had this person trade me, and they asked me if I was dewdrop, and I'm like, oh, they definitely know me if they ask if I'm dewdrop. They were so sweet and said that they loved my videos, and then they told me to have a good day. And guys, a lot of times, like if I run into like somebody that knows me, I'll actually ask them if they're working on a challenge, because I know a bunch of you guys are working on your challenges, and some of you guys are doing way better than I am. So don't forget to comment down below and tell me how you're doing on your challenge. Then I just did some more grinding, and that's the end of day 97. Bye guys, until next time.